here in the third minute. Ball played up the line, over the head of McCarty. Headed on by Taylor, now falls for Oaks in the Spirit. Trying to turn inside, touched away by Perez. Now Zerboni up, space now to attack for DiMartino. She'll run against Hodak. Step and win from Hodak. Now Roberts on the floor for Lindsay.
That was a very good read by Hodak there. She saw DiMartino take a big touch and took that chance and stepped in and won that ball.
Hodak now back into the 18.
Turn our volume up. We're on.
Set piece now for the Spirit in the fourth minute as we try and get this broadcast in tip-top shape.
It's been a few weeks. There's some bumps in the roads, but we'll take care of it.
Played on the floor now for Chapman. Up now for McCarty. Knocked up the line. Chapman now. Back for Ashlyn Harris. Harris now for the new addition, Tony Presley. Now Chapman. So Danielle, we've got Presley who hasn't played a single minute for the Spirit, and you've got Chapman who's played 45 minutes, and that's your center back pairing because of international duty and because of how this roster's kind of been juggled in the last few weeks.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm excited to see what they can bring to the back line here.
Oaks is crossed towards the middle, gets through everybody, picked up on the other side by Vicky DiMartino for the Flash. Good pressure from Hodak. Forces it back to Zerboni. And now a giveaway in the box for McCarty. McCarty in the sixth shot is blocked by Franch. Angle wasn't great for McCarty, but that's just a pass you cannot make right there.
Yeah, that's definitely not the type of pass you want to be playing to your goalkeeper when you have a striker coming in there. Got to be a little bit smarter out of the back there for Western New York.
Flash is like the team that hadn't played in 3 weeks, not the Spirit.
Exactly.
Also, with Chapman joining that center back pairing with Presley, now you've got Tori Houston in her natural position in midfield.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her. I was very impressed with her the first couple of games that we saw out of her in the back. I think she's very technical on the ball. I think she can do some really good things in the middle of the field. I'm glad to see her move up there.
Roberts for McCarty. Flicked right. Volleyed up by Huster. Taken away by Zerboni. Now stolen back by Ingrid Wells. Cleared out by DiMartino. And also it seems like Wells has been able to push a little bit more centrally, which I think is her better position as well. She's been out on the wing this year, and she's done all right, but I don't think she's fully comfortable there.
Right. I mean, with Diana Matheson leaving and Allie Krieger leaving, it's giving a chance for other people to kind of move around a little bit. And the addition with the two center backs. So it'll be a good game tonight to see these professionals play in these different positions.
Chapman's ball forward over the head of Wells. And Estelle Johnson will watch it go out for a throw-in. With Carly Lloyd gone, with Abby Wambach gone, and with Sam Kerr gone, the attack for the Flash is different. But that back four and Franch behind them is the same what we saw a couple weeks ago when the Flash came here.
They are a very a good defensive team, but they're not going to have their power up top without Abby up there. So they will be tested. The back line of the Spirit will be tested. Just got to see how they'll hold up.
McCarty turning nicely in the sideline, but runs out of space. Flash undefeated in the last 5 games. 4 of them have been wins, including a 3-0 win at Sky Blue FC, who, even with the loss, is still tied for first place in the league. So a very impressive road win for Western New York last time out.
Everyone right now is pretty even. I mean, we have the Spirit down in 6th place right now, but I think with a win and 3 points, it'll move them up and gain confidence going into the rest of the season.
Presley for Chapman, who's still wearing that wrap on the right knee. Right for Hodak. Up the line it comes. Shielded out for a Flash throw-in the 7th minute. No score. Throw in up that side. Touched by a couple players. Now played back by Roberts for Presley. And for Ashlyn Harris. So you've got what's now an ACC back line with Notre Dame now in the ACC. You've got Chapman back there. You've got Toulouse, the Virginian product, on the left side. You got Hodak, the Maroon player on the right side, and you got Presley, a Florida State player in the middle as well.
Right, yeah, and two center backs have a ton of experience back there, so it's good to have them in the mix this week.
Toulouse gets away just in time under pressure from Highbower. Now played up the line by Zerboni. Cross comes in towards the middle, towards Adriana. Touched by Toulouse, and now headed by Adriana and saved by Ashlyn Harris.
They like to make it interesting in this first couple of minutes here.
Throw given right back to Western New York. It's Highbower. Perez. Retreated back now for Brittany Taylor. Stolen by Oaks. Now played up by Toulouse for Roberts. Lindsay. Holds it for Toulouse. Touch back now for Presley. And cleared.
The Spirit have struggled this year with getting scored on early, so I'm glad they got out of that one with no goal in the back of the net. That's something that they have to focus on in these games coming up, not giving up an early goal like that.
Sandwin will take the throw. Listed as probable in the injury report for this game, but does play from the beginning. Not so lucky though with Sarah Hoffman, who was listed as questionable and did not make the trip.
Right. We're excited for Sarah Huffman to get back. She's really fun to watch out there.
McCarty very active early, knocks it out, gives away a throw, but good to see her kind of pop up on both sides, see a lot of the ball early.
Right.
Ball to the top for Wells, trying to shield and gives possession away. Martin can counter. Adriana plays it up the line. Space and time now for Vicky DiMartino to make that run up the left side as Chapman comes back. Cross towards the 18, touched through by Presley. But kind of slow build-up in attack. There wasn't a lot of options, so that was one of the reasons.
Right.
Here's Hodak. Switch to Presley. Left-footed ball, switch it to the right side. Touched away, though, by Kat Reynolds for Western New York and out for a throw in the 13th minute. 1-0 Western New York. Veronica Perez hitting Ashlyn Harris the post and finally with the back of the net to give the Flash the lead. Ball played through, intended for Wells, out for a throw. Interesting as well, Danielle, to see how the Spirit played without Diana Matheson, who was kind of, along with Lindsay, the starting point for the attack, getting the ball deep and then playing it forward.
Right, and that's what I said. They're going to take a little bit of a hit here without Diana Matheson, but they're going to have to work through it. The Western New York is missing their national team players as well, and they clearly put a ball in the back of the net early. If they can do it, so can the Spirit.
Perez has been a Spirit killer. She took the free kick that set up the Flash goal in the first meeting between these two teams, and then scored the go-ahead goal so far today. Here's McCarty, playing it through, intended for Oaks, taken away by Johnson. Now space for Zerboni to find the feet of Adriana. She'll play in Salen. Alex Salen working up the right side, pressured by Oaks. Has to drop it back for Taylor. Taylor evades McCarty and works in Johnson again. Table as it stands right now, Portland and Sky Blue FC tied on 22 points. FC Kansas City on 16 after defeating Chicago earlier this week. Then is Western New York with 14, sitting in that last playoff spot. Boston with 12, Chicago with 8, then the Spirit with 6, and Seattle at the bottom right now with 1. Ball played up the side, intended for Perez, and she will run out of space.
There's still a lot of soccer to play this summer.
Throw for Hodak. And a foul against the Spirit. Bump from behind.
Presley being in the back now with her size, I think it gives the Spirit a little bit more of advantage in the backside to get these clearances out. Let's hope she is the target for them defensively and can help clear these balls.
5'10". That helps. Perez will take the free kick, both hands above her head. Serve towards the far post. It's a good ball, but over everybody. Brittany Taylor was the target at the far post, but too much mustard on that free kick. Something also to watch as I look back at A.T. French, shielding her eyes with her hand. The sun will be a factor for her early as the shadows creep from our side of the field towards the far side.
Correct, yeah. If they can get, we have yet to see them really attack down this left flank. If the Spirit can get down this flank, I think it could be some dangerous for them with Frank looking into the sun.
Hodak having to hustle back off the back pass. Pressure. 1-0 Western New York. Spirit have now trailed in every home game. Still looking for that first win, and that's a big reason why. When you have to play from behind, it takes more energy.
Correct.
And plus, quite simply, you're losing, and it makes it tougher to get a win. Ball over the top. French will handle in a couple of bounces. So you've got two goalkeepers in French and Harris that are trying to catch. With Hope Solo back and Nicole Barnhart having a good year for FC Kansas City, that third spot is what those two are looking at right now.
Right. Ashlyn Harris has always battled her way in there. I have no doubt in my mind she's one of the top keepers in the country. I don't mind having her at this game, though, because
and played well as Harris is dealing with a little bit of an injury. Here's Toulouse on the left side. Falls down and whistle here. We'll see which way the foul goes. It goes in favor of the Spirit. A good spot for a free kick. And here, like you said, is where you can bring Tony Presley up.
It almost looked like Kika Toulouse took her down.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting to see which way he would point, because both players went down. Both players got tangled.
Yeah.
You really could have called that one either way. Two-player wall facing Lori Lindsay's right-footed free kick. Flash will play a high line here, not allow anybody to get close to goal initially. Lindsay's serve driven in and headed towards the far side of the box. Wells and Huster in pursuit, but it'll be Western New York's DiMartino getting there first. She'll clear it upfield.
That ball needs to be a little bit more lofted to get in behind the back line there, because now that you have Presley in there, that's 5'10", let's see if they can get her on the end of one of these crosses.
It's something we've talked about all year, Danielle, with the Spirit are getting good set pieces, but they're not doing much with them.
Right. Like I said, that service just need to go a little bit beyond that back line there to see if they can get in.
Brittany Taylor with time and space to push forward. She'll play the right footed ball over the top. Easy pick for Chapman, who volleys it towards the far side. DiMartino will call for it. Good overlapping run from Kat Reynolds on the left side. Pressured by Huster. She'll cross it, and Huster calling on those defender skills. Knocks it out for a throw.
She gained a lot at the beginning of the season, that's for sure.
Throw in towards the 18. Adriana trying to turn. Touches it back. First shot comes in. It's blocked. Cleared by Presley. And now a volley goes well wide.
Tad bit optimistic, but if you're not under pressure, why not?
Zerboni with the attempt there. My one wish as a broadcaster next year, Danielle, is if they put numbers in the front of those jerseys.
Right.
They're on the shorts, they're on the back of the jerseys, but not on the front.
Right.
So sometimes it's tough to identify when somebody's walking towards you. Zerboni. Pass goes off of Angela Salem. Kept alive by DiMartino. Played for Salem again. Now back for Brittany Taylor. Salem. Left-footed ball from Taylor forward. Knuckles in the center circle. Brought down well by Zerboni. Plays it left. Stepping up to win it is Hodak, and she'll play it off of DiMartino for a Spirit throw in the 20th minute. We've seen Hodak pop up at left back, right back, defensive mid. She's been all over the place for Mike Jordan's squad this year.
She's a utility player. She's very technical on the ball. She was a midfielder at Maryland, and she can play really much anywhere. I think she got moved as a center back her senior year at Maryland, got moved from center midfield to a center back. So she can really play anywhere. That's what we call a utility player.
Throwing for the Flash on the far side in the 20th minute. Coming towards their left side of the box, touched by Salem. Taken away by Lindsay, and she'll clear it forward. Out for a Western New York throw. Yeah, and going back to Hodak, that just has to help your knowledge of the game, knowing so many positions, because you can say, well, I know where Lori's going to be because I played that position, or I know where Ingrid Wells is going to pop up because I played that position.
Yeah, that's definitely good for her. It's also good as a center midfielder to move back there. And myself, I was a center midfielder when I played and got moved to an outside back position. I loved it because I could see the whole entire field, and I could pick out the places that I wanted to play to. So I'm sure that's exactly what she likes about that position.
Salem gives away to Oaks. Now it's Toulouse under pressure. Playing it again for Oaks, and it skips off her right foot and out of bounds. Thrown for the Flash on the 21st minute. 1-0 Western New York is your score. Veronica Perez, the goal scorer. Good shield and win from Roberts, but Highbower gets in, steals it away, goes down in a heap, and draws the whistle. Free kick for the Flash in a dangerous spot. And once again, Veronica Perez is liking her chances here as she'll take this free kick. And now, we talked a lot in that first Western New York game. You got to find Abby Wambach. Not on the field now, but you have to make sure Adriana doesn't get in a good position, Highbower doesn't get, on goal side of you as well. Zerboni's free kick. Headed out. Second ball, kept alive. Knocked in by Salem. Now given away. Shot from DiMartino, left-footed right into the gloves of Ashlyn Harris.
Two of Western New York's opportunities have come off of botched clearances. They got to be smart getting those clearances out, up and out. If anything, just kick it straight out of bounds. We don't need to be serving it in the middle of the field for a Spirit to just collect and shoot.
Chapman drops it back. I think the break might have helped, if anybody, Candace Chapman.
Correct.
Came back, started a half a couple weeks ago, didn't play on that West Coast road trip. Like we said, still has the wrap on her leg, but is playing pretty well so far.
Right. Mike Jordan definitely did give him some time off. They trained, I think, 4 days and had some long weekends in there. So the girls did have some chances to recuperate. And hopefully she just continues to get better as the season goes on, takes care of her injury.
Oaks did well to find Chapman there. Now a touch from Lindsay Ford, intended for Roberts. Touch forward looking for Wells, but it's taken away by Salem. Now Adriana in the center circle, harried by Roberts. She'll dump it left. Played forward first time by Reynolds in the path of DiMartino, and the flag is up on DiMartino. Offside on Western New York in the 23rd minute.
They're doing a great job. The Spirit back line is doing a good job at holding their line and being organized back there when they're looking to play those diagonal balls through.
So the Spirit, with the exception of that gift that McCarty was given in the first 5 minutes, have not created a ton of offense so far.
It's a little bit chaotic. They just got to settle down. I know it's 23 minutes in right now, but they just have to find a better rhythm.
Foul belatedly called as Huster was knocked down. They waited for advantage to materialize before blowing the whistle.
I don't think there was any intent to even get the ball on that play.
So a free kick for Lindsay, and the Spirit has moved to the 24th minute, looking to equalize this game after Veronica Perez's early go-ahead goal. Played short on the floor for Presley. She'll set up the left foot, try the shot from deep, and ambitious and well wide.
I was actually just sitting here wondering why she wasn't in the mix on that service, but I don't mind it. If she's not going to be pressured, why not take that longer shot?
Well, and she's practiced, what, one day with the team? and you put that in the playbook, I guess, in the one day that she's been practicing the short pass and shot. French's kick, headed by Huster forward. I think that's something Huster's going to add to this team as well, is winning those balls off of goal kicks, off of punts, farther up the field.
Correct, yeah, she has a little bit more size than Lori Lindsay on Diana Matheson in the midfield. I think she'll be keyed in there for that.
Good cutback move, cross towards the far post, and saving the day on that one was Roberts as Perez wanted a second. Kept alive now by Highbower on the far side, played back in towards the middle, across the 6. Chapman slides in and knocks it out for a corner kick.
Like I said, sometimes on those services, you just want to get the ball out of bounds. It doesn't matter if it goes out for a corner kick, get it out from in front of the goal.
Yeah, but if I'm a goalkeeper, anytime I see that sliding clearance of a defender, my heart's in my throat because I'm thinking, where is this going to go?
Yes.
Corner for Zerboni and the flash from the far side in the 25th minute. Looking for a second goal in this match. DiMartino will screen the keeper, Harris. Everybody else in white, milling around the top of the box. Serve comes in towards the penalty spot, headed out well by Presley. Off the volley, Angela Salem misses high and wide. But you saw Presley in the air there, winning a ball.
Yeah, she's going to win those balls in the air for the Spirit in the back, but now she has to have somebody at the top of the 18 to help clear that ball. Keep it moving out.
Goal kick for Harris in the 26th minute. Towards the near side, headed on by Toulouse, and Oaks unable to keep it alive. Throw it here. Michael Minnick, Daniel Malgary here at the newly christened Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex. Is one of the pioneers of the women's game, Maureen Hendricks, honored before this game in a great ceremony. Tiffany Roberts, Sahadak is here. Mia Hamm is here to honor somebody who really helped the Freedom get the ball rolling here in the DC area.
Yeah, we have some really big names in the stands tonight. I know Mia Hamm was at an event earlier in the evening, and some of the ECNL players in this area got to meet her, and they were stoked about that. It's great to have her here.
Julie Foudy also sent a message of congratulations. I'm sure she's watching the national team play in Boston, but had Tiffany Roberts, a Hidaka Road teammate, read that message. Huster slips. Reynolds will possess on the far side, and Hodak will knock it out for a throw-in. Throw comes towards Perez, headed instead by Huster forward, chested down by McCarty into the path of Huster, and Huster goes flying head over heels and draws another foul in the 27th minute. Not a lot of floating these last 5 minutes. A lot of fouls, a lot of set pieces.
Yeah, on Huster. She's been hit a couple times the last couple minutes. Got up slowly there, but she's up and ready.
Now Presley will jog forward, so the short pass is off this time. Brittany Taylor will draw that marking duty at the top of the box for Western New York. Again, it'll be Lindsay to serve. Chipped in towards McCarty, cleared by a volley. Salem will touch it on, and now the counter's on for Perez in Western New York. She'll double back and get some help. Johnson back for keeper Franch, who clears. Skips off the head of DiMartino, and a handball there against Candace Chapman. Free kick for Western New York in the 28th minute.
That almost looked like it was hit her in the stomach, not the hand. I think her hands were up to protect her, but it looked like she ran through that with her body.
Free kick will be taken by Brittany Taylor. About a half roll of the ball behind the midfield line. Hits it right up the middle. Header won by Chapman. Second ball poked on by Toulouse. Kept alive by Oaks, but stolen away. Knocked in by Alex Salem, as Highbowler had been the player that had won the ball, but easy catch for Ashlyn Harris. Head tennis there. Ball eventually won on that side by John. Salem. Good turn from Adriana. Plays it now looking for the feet of Perez, but it's picked off by Chapman. Wells will now play it behind Tori Huster and out for a throw-in.
You can see some of the frustration on the Spirit right now. They just can't get anything connected all that well. They just got to keep working hard so they can find this rhythm that they're looking for.
Zerboni turning well, takes a tug from Roberts, keeps going as advantage is played, and she knocks it out, saying, I'd rather have that free kick.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that's a veteran move there.
Yeah.
Was going to have a tough time beating the Spirit defenders, but you give her the set piece to Perez. Taylor wants it on the far side. She's unmarked right now. Now she will be picked up by Roberts. Comes in near post and is headed away. Falls now for Angela Salem. Right-footed shot comes in. Chance there, and it goes just over. Harris had it covered, but good effort there from about 25 yards on the right foot from Angela Salem.
Western New York is doing a great job at winning those second balls at the top of the box. They're getting second chances from these clearances from the Spirit.
Ashlyn Harris won the 2011 WPS title with Western New York, so certainly knows Coach Aaron Wines well, knows a couple of these players like McCall Zerboni well. Perez. Back for Taylor, who clears it forward. Touched on now by Adriana. And a foot race now with Kika Toulouse. Toulouse has a step on her. Will drop it back for Harris. Harris will just knock it up that side, but gives it away to Highbowler. But her first touch lets her down, goes out for a throw-in. She brings it down clean. She's kind of right at that right side.
Correct.
Throw from Kika Toulouse towards the head of Wells. Touched on now, won by Western New York. Played forward looking for Perez. Getting a foot in though is Roberts. But she gives it away to Adriana. Now for Salem. Her right foot across high towards the far post. High towards DiMartino. Her header on goal is in the back of the net. Great ball from Alex Salem. DiMartino in the right place at the right time. And in the 31st minute, Western New York doubles their lead. It's 2-0.
That was a fantastic ball sent across the box and a great finish. Ashlyn Harris wasn't able to move for that because it was well over her head and behind her, put into the back of the goal. But again, we have to look at how that play started. It was a bad clearance out of the back. Western New York made a pass, got across off, and finished nicely. Got to do a better job at clearing out of the back there.
DiMartino picking up her first goal of the season. Alex Salem, assist number 1. Here's a steal from McCarty as the Spirit try and get back in this game. McCarty running by one. McCarty in the box. Cuts it back on her right foot. Looking for options as she's triple teamed. Thinks to go back for Oaks. Tries to get through anyway. Still loose. Shot from McCarty is deflected. Now cleared weakly. Picked up now by Roberts. And she'll play in Hodak. Up the line now. Touched inside by Huster but given away. Good move by Zerboni to evade one. And switch fields, but right to Presley. Given away again. And now the counter's on for Adriana. Doubles back. Plays it for Highbauer.
That was the first time McCarty got a bunch of touches in on the ball, and she made something of it. She tried to get something off. We need to see more of that from her.
Taylor. for Perez. Given away. Nice touch by Oaks to get around Salem. Oaks, though, picked out by Angela Salem, who plays it up the line. Highbauer bumped from behind by Toulouse and draws the foul in the 33rd minute. Yeah, I like what I've seen from McCarty. The problem is nobody's really combined with her so far. The two chances she's received, one off the bad pass very early, and then, like you said, just kind of made something happen on her own on that left side.
Right, yeah, she took those touches forward, and she was just like, see you later. Went right to goal. We need to see a little bit more of that. If she can get turned and face down goal, she needs to run at those defenders a little bit more.
Taylor's free kick over the top, looking for Adriana. Hops once in the box, caught by Ashlyn Harris on the bounce. And you have to wonder if maybe Polars will open that up for McCarty a little bit more, where she's marked one-on-one, and McCarty can go one-on-one and beat a defender.
Right.
Veteran from Germany, hoping to have her very soon for the Spirit. All-time winning scorer in the Women's Champions League in Europe. Ball played up the left side, intended for McCarty again, cleared out for a throw. 34th minute, 2-0 Western New York. Veronica Perez and Vicky DiMartino, your goal scorers. The killer V's, you might say, for Western New York. Here's Salem. Cleared towards the near sideline, and Toulouse will watch it go out for a throw-in. Here's Oaks, chests it down, handled by 3 defenders and cleared. Touched back by Zerboni, cleared left-footed by Taylor over the top, header won by Presley out for a throw. Salem will take her time with a 2-goal lead. I wouldn't call it a hot day, but certainly a warm day. Going to be very comfortable once the sun goes down completely here. But
right, yes, it's really nice up here at the top of the press box.
Another throw for Salem in the Flash. Comes up the line. Header won by Oaks. Kept alive by Perez. Now touched by Highbauer. Back for Zerboni and now Estelle Johnson. DiMartino's touch is heavy. It's taken away. Hodak being pushed, pulled, tugged, and draws the foul. Quick free kick taken too quickly.
That was a pretty professional foul made right there. You know, Dominica Hodak would have been off and running at their back line, but was able to slow the play down with that foul. I think that was a professional foul right there.
So DiMartino gets the yellow. That's why the free kick was brought back by Boris Senek. So about the 3rd or 4th free kick the Spirit have had from this depth. Not necessarily up the middle. We'll see what Lindsay can do with this one. Serve in towards Huster. Headed on by Huster. Kept alive now by Oaks. She takes a bump there. Referee says not this time. Ball was cleared by the Flash. Way off her line is Harris. On the floor for Lindsay. Over the top looking for McCarty. Volley cleared by Taylor. Second ball headed down by Roberts. Good touch for Wells to keep it alive and drop it again for Roberts. Chapman. To the right for Wells. Laid off now for Huster. Drop back for Hodak. Hodak cuts inside, plays it on the 4th or left foot for Lindsay, but her touch bangs off of her other leg and picked off by DiMartino. Best spell of possession for the Spirit, I think. Didn't do a lot with it in terms of attacking the goal, but were able to at least relieve some pressure and get some confidence.
They're doing a little bit better at slowing the play down, but just got to control it in the middle of the field so they can continue to attack going forward.
Ball played up the line will be shepherded by Hodak towards the sideline. Touch there, and it will be a throw-in. So, we mentioned earlier, Western New York has been undefeated in the last 5 games. So this will be the 6th if they can hang on to this result. And all 6 of those games have scored 2 more goals. Pretty simple formula. You score, you win.
Absolutely. And in the last game against Sky Blue that they played, they scored early on in that game as well. I think they scored in the first 5 minutes. So they're doing the right things out there and putting balls in the back of the net. They're making it fun to watch. Yeah, Sam Kerr in the 4th minute from Wambach. Then it was Carly Lloyd in the 45th minute. And then Wambach from Kerr reversing the first goal for some insurance in the 82nd minute. So Aaron Lyons has to be happy with how his team is improved and shown some biting in the attacking end, because you take Wambach, you take Kerr, and you take Lloyd out of the side, and you score 2 goals in the first 30 minutes. That's not bad. Absolutely. It's great to see the product that the NWSL is putting out there without the national team players. The national team players do a fantastic job, but it's also great to see the product of all the other girls out here. It's good to see them put some balls in the back of the net without those national team players.
Something I was thinking about earlier with the national team. You know you have Alex Morgan, you know you have Abby Wambach, you know you have Sydney Leroux, but who fills in after that? Who's your fourth forward? Who's your fifth forward? And that's what the league is for, to find that. For Thompson Miami to see players in competitive action and find that extra player on your bench.
Right. Especially having him in your own backyard. Tom Simone went to, I think, pretty much all the games a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was here a few weeks ago. It was great to see him traveling around to all these different locations to watch the product that the NWSL is putting out there.
Free kick for Chapman, up the middle, headed on by Roberts. Pinged now by Estelle Johnson. Zerboni wins it off of Huster, plays it for DiMartino, who scored the second Flash goal. Forward it comes. Chapman will watch it roll, come back for it. Perez and DiMartino, the goal scorers that have brought us to a 2-0 scoreline in the 39th minute. Western New York winning comfortably right now. Tiffany McCarty has had a good match in attack for the Spirit, has had 2 half chances, but really A.D. French hasn't really had to make a save in this one.
No, not much that they've created offensively here with the Spirit, but next half we have 6 minutes left. Let's see if they can regroup and put a little bite to their attack.
Time and space for Chapman, who plays it on the floor for Huster, who touches it out nicely for Oaks on the right side. Making the run forward now is Huster. Oaks tries to touch it for her. It's broken up. Oh, and a hard challenge there from Oaks as Zerboni goes down in a heap, and it's cleared by Taylor. It wasn't like she was extended for that. She was there. She was in good position, and Zerboni hit her hard.
Yeah. Well, that's what you always teach at the younger ages, run straight through the ball. And what she did was run straight through the ball. Unfortunately, Simone was there, but she ran through the ball and got the body as well. Not a foul.
Salem heads it on for Western New York. One now by Roberts. Chipped up by Presley. Highbower touches it to her opponent, Oaks. Oaks now with a chance to run at the defense. Plays it through for McCarty. And those two not quite on the same page. It comes through to French.
I thought that was a great ball in by Oaks. Tiffany McCarty just has to have her feet ready. Her feet weren't ready.
I think Oaks is one of those players that Thompson Miner's got to be looking at, not necessarily as a forward, but maybe as a wide midfielder. Plays well both sides, crosses the ball well, can score goals, quick feet.
Definitely for the Spirit, she's been an all-around player this year.
Stolen away. Chance for Zerboni in Western New York to push up the left side. Has to step down. Roberts will try the early shot, and it bounces harmlessly to Ashlyn Harris.
The last 2 shots that Western New York has had have come from mistakes and giveaways by the Spirit. They got to be a little bit smarter here on the ball, especially in the middle of the field.
Well, we've seen Chapman just in possession, dribbling and looking and looking and looking, and finally finding a short pass. But she hasn't been able to make a deep pass at all out of that back.
Right.
Now Harris. And I think also sometimes Harris is good with her feet, but sometimes she's almost used too much as a safety valve, and that slows down the attack. Everybody has to back up. You're not going to get a lot of forward play.
Right.
Lindsay switching nicely to the right side. Here's Huster. Trying to chip it over the head of Reynolds, but it bounces to French. McCarty was the player that was putting the pressure on for Washington in the 41st minute.
Not a bad idea, just a little bit too much pace on that ball.
Triana trying to test it around Presley. Presley recovers nicely, puts the body on her, wins the ball, works it left now, knocks it forward.
Presley is very much a physical presence back there for the Spirit. She's picked it up in the last 20 minutes or so.
Sailing. Perez. Now Brittany Taylor. Pressure by McCarty. She'll chip it up the right side into the path of Highbower, who will try and get around Toulouse. Presley there in support. Call her off. Shield it towards the end line. Still shielding. And it goes out. Be a goal kick.
Like I said, very physical presence back there. No one's going to knock her off that ball.
On the sample of about 42 minutes, I like what I've seen from Presley in that red jersey.
Yes, she's done a very good job. It was a little chaotic in the beginning when that goal was scored, but she settled it down in the back, and they've done very well.
Diving header from Perez wins possession for Zerboni, who will knock it right back into the mixer. And this time Highbower was not making the run, and off her line is Harris again. conceded that possession and just defended, 11 on 9, gotten bodies back. Good steal from Zerboni on the left side. Played through looking for Adriana, but Presley watched it go through. Harris was a little slow to react to that, but came off her line in time.
A slight miscommunication between Presley and Harris there. That needs to get cleaned up.
Presley on the ball now. Over the top looking for Toulouse. Roll out for a goal kick. The thing I also like about Presley is, I don't know if she's naturally left-footed, but she has a good left foot.
Oh yeah, she's been pinging some balls from the back line all day. It's good to see somebody being able to hit a ball with that distance with their left. But they're professionals. They
right.
should be able to do it.
They should be able to use both feet. That's true. 44th minute. 2-0 Western New York here at the Maryland Soccerplex. Hendricks Field, newly christened before the game. DiMartino, who scored that second goal, tripped up, and we'll keep playing. Now they will call the foul, belatedly. I think both players are waiting for the whistle, but it didn't come. And then finally, the center official, Boris Sinek, decided to stop things, give a free kick away.
Not sure what he was waiting for.
Flash will again take their time with a 2-goal lead. It'll be Brittany Taylor to trigger. Former Connecticut Husky. Low-driven ball toward Adriana, popped out by the head of Chapman. And give away a corner kick to Western New York. It'll be Zerboni jogging over to take it as we move into the 45th minute. Unless something changes, we'll have 1 minute of stoppage time. I can see that on the board at the fourth officials table below us. Ready to be shown to the masses here at the Maryland Soccerplex. Another good crowd, must be said. Corner from Zerboni towards the 6. Over Taylor. I don't think she got a firm head on that one, and it skips through and goes out for a goal kick.
I think they said prior to the match there's 4,100 tickets sold for this game. That's fantastic. They've put up great numbers in all the home games this season.
Well, after not seeing this team since all the way back on May 11th, I'm sure the fans here are hungry to see their Spirit again. Wells hits it high. Highblower wins the second header forward. Now DiMartino for Adriana. Given away, intended for Perez, but broken out by Wells. Here's Lindsay. And we will have 1 minute of stoppage time, which we're into right now, and an unforced error by Huster. Ball rolls off of her foot out for a throw-in. Throwing up the side. Adriana and Chapman will battle for it. Adriana gets a foot in. Chapman will slide and try and keep it alive. And they will say last touch Candace Chapman out for another flash corner. They'll have to hurry to take this one before the half.
That's something Domina Hodak can't let happen. She can't let the ball go over her head on a throw-in.
Flash had a short corner set up, and Wells and Lindsay sprinted over to make sure that wouldn't happen. They will still play it short, though, for Perez. Fakes the cross. Tries to turn on Wells. Wells doing a nice job of keeping in front of her. Forces the pass back. Zerboni will set up the right foot, play it on the floor, looking for Highbauer. Her shot partially blocked by Oaks, and not cleared by Toulouse for a throw in D. Probably some scouting there from the Spirit, knowing that the Flash have used that short corner in the past.
Yeah, they booked it out there to that corner flag.
It'll be Kat Reynolds to take the Flash left back. And stoppage time of a 2-0 game. Western New York ahead. Touchback by Highbauer. And that'll do it for the first half. So Daniel Malgari, great half from Western New York. 2 goals. Looked pretty comfortable in this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is something the Spirit have struggled with. Western New York took advantage, scored in the first 6 minutes, I believe it was. Was
yeah.
it first 6 minutes? Scored in the first couple minutes of the game here and put it away early. And that's something that the Spirit have been struggling with. And I think Western New York knows that if they've been doing their scouting. But they do look very comfortable. They look like they defended a little bit more in the last 10-15 minutes there. Ashlyn Harris wasn't called on that much, but the Spirit have to just get it together at halftime, get the ball on the ground, and settle into a good game.
What positives did you see from the Spirit in that half?
Presley actually.
Yeah.
She was great. Like I said earlier, she just has such a physical presence back there. Obviously, they broke down a couple of times on the 2 goals that were scored, but it's her first, especially Candace and her playing together for the first time. Those are 2 things that will get worked out.
So at the half, it's the Western New York Flash 2 and the Washington Spirit 0. Danielle and I will be back in about 10 minutes with the second half of this game. You're watching the NWSL on YouTube. Welcome back to the Maryland Soccer Bus. Michael Medic alongside Danielle Malagari. Change of the half, Danielle, as we'll see Jasmine Spencer come on for Candace Chapman, trying to give the Spirit a spark, down 2 goals.
Yeah, Spencer's done a really good job this season when she comes in off the bench, adding a little spark. So hopefully they can play some balls in forward, and she can use her speed to get in behind the back line of Western New York. See if they can create a little bit more offensively with her in here.
First time these two teams met, she did that. Won a penalty kick for
Yeah.
Matheson.
Yep.
So Mike Jordan hoping that she can make something happen again. And interesting also to see tactically how that change happens. Huster's moved back to center back, which is where she's played all year before today. So that makes sense. But then midfield-wise, do you go with 4? Do you go with 3? We'll see.
Looks like they've changed to a 4-3-3 for this part.
McCarty in the middle, Oaks on the left, and Spencer on the right. You are correct. Here's Oaks against Salem. Salem standing her ground. Oaks trying to get a foot in, coming over to clean it up. Is Taylor out for a Spirit throw? Again, if you're just joining us, it's 2-0 Western New York. Veronica Perez and Vicky DiMartino are your goal scorers. Perez's shot was partially saved by Ashlyn Harris, but bounced in off the post to Harris's left, went over the line, and then DiMartino scoring a goal off a nice arced cross from Alex Salem, heading it home. Spirit have had a couple bright spots through Tiffany McCarty, but haven't really had a firm chance yet in this game. Adriana for Perez. Broken up by Wells, stolen away. Now touched in the midfield, looking for Roberts, and it's cleared away. Already, Danielle, it looks like those outside backs for the Spirit are going to play a lot higher, too.
Yes. It'd be good to get Dominica Hodak up on this flank because she can do some really good things on the ball. So if they can keep getting their outside backs forward, I think it'll create a little bit more chances for the Spirit.
Steal by Huster. Huster will try the shot from deep, blasted hard, but also high and wide of A.D. Franch's goal.
First shot of the game for her, and she's a center back. She was in the center midfield, or in the midfield in the first half, and that was her first shot of the game.
So resetting the teams for you. For Western New York, it's Franch in goal. Defensively, it's Salem alongside Estelle Johnson, Brittany Taylor, and Kat Reynolds. In the midfield for Aaron Wine's squad, it's Angela Salem, the captain McCall Zerboni, along with Veronica Perez, and then DiMartino. And up front, it's been Adriana and Laura Highbower. Ball played up for McCarty, cleared away by Taylor. For the Spirit, it's Harrison goal. Back four now of Toulouse. The newcomer in the back is the left-footed Florida State product, Tony Presley, alongside Huster now, and then Hodak on the right. In the midfield, it's Julia Roberts, along with Ingrid Wells, Lori Lindsay, and then up front, it's the three-pronged attack now of Oaks, McCarty, and the substitute Jasmine Spencer. Goal kick now for the Flash in the 48th minute. Available on the bench for both teams. The Spirit still have Colleen Williams, Lupita Warbis, the backup goalkeeper Chantel Jones, Holly King, and the amateur brought up for this game, Danielle Hupka. Flash possessing in midfield, played up the line. Good steal there from Toulouse. She's taken down by a hard tackle, free kick there. Highbower brought her down. Only card was shown to DiMartino for a challenge in the first half. Nobody booked for Washington. Substitutes available for the Flash. Pamela Tahonar is the backup goalkeeper. Bree McCarthy, Amy Barzik, Jody Ann Robinson, and the amateur brought up for this game, Ashley Grove. Free kick taken towards the top of the 18, headed out by Salem. Now touched in, looking for McCarty, and cleared again. Lots of Terps getting the call this week up to the respective NWSL teams.
Respect the Terps. Fear the turtle.
Throw in for Toulouse on the left side. Touch forward and knocked out for a throw in. Throw in for Toulouse on the far side. Crowd getting into this one. Wells trying to touch it through, looking for Spencer. Falls though for her. Touches it back now for Lindsay. Lindsay will step the left foot. Tried the shot from deep. But it's a pretty easy catch for Franch. That's probably the toughest save she's had to make all game now.
Well, it was pretty much the only shot that the Spirit had put on frame thus far.
Punt towards the middle, towards Adriana. Headed by Huster forward. Zerboni wins the second ball for Western New York, but gives it away to Stephanie Oakes on the left side. And it goes off of the foot of Alex Salin. Throw for the Spirit in the 50th minute. 2-0, Western New York leads this game. McCarty for Spencer. Spencer on the left side, crosses deflected, cleared out by Reynolds. Bounces over High Bower's head. She'll keep it alive. Plays it forward for Adriana. Now for Perez. Left ball having to hustle for it is Reynolds, and she'll keep it alive. Does well on the left side. She'll go to work against Hodak. Kat Reynolds cuts back on her right foot, stumbles a bit, now plays it up for DiMartino. DiMartino's cross comes in and caught at the near post by Ashlyn Harris. And they're going to say that ball went out first, I believe. Free kick taken quickly for Lindsay. McCarty. Spencer. Lets it go through for Oakes. Oakes turns now upfield, plays it through looking for Spencer. Block, she'll get a second look at it. Takes a bump from Angela Salem and keeps going. Stephanie Oakes, 30 yards from goal, now cuts it to the right side. Fakes the cross, now tries to cut in. Hard tackle from Reynolds, gets ball, and knocks it out for a corner. Reynolds had to be sure with that one, or else Oakes was going to turn the corner.
Yeah, I like to see Oakes in the first 5 minutes here. She's been a little bit more involved than she was in the first half. She can make things happen for this Spirit squad. She just has to get a little bit more involved, and that's not like her. In the previous games, we have seen her be very, very good up top for the Spirit. So today, she come out of her shell in the second half, and she's already done some good things here.
It'll be Lori Lindsay hitting the outswinging ball from the near side, right-footed. Lindsay's serving a good one towards the 6, headed out. Second ball, handled by DiMartino, who will try and beat Hodak. Hodak does what a stand her ground and win it. Switch right for Lindsay. Short run for Wells up the line. Wells in the box, trying to track back as Zerboni. Cross from Wells is knocked out for a corner.
That was a very good run by Ingrid Wells there. And she did a good job to get that corner kick and draw that ball. Draw that corner kick for the Spirit.
Lindsay will try again. Serve comes in from Lindsay towards the 6, headed by a couple of bodies out. We'll see which head it hit last. It hit a flash head last. Spirit, we're doing some conditioning and workouts with Oguchi Onyewu this week. Be nice to have him for this set piece, wouldn't it? Big frame of Gooch.
The fans are getting behind them tonight.
Third time the charm for Lori Lindsay. We'll see. Serve in again towards the 6. Hit by a couple players. I believe French got the last touch. Shot from McCarty's blocked on the way through by Perez, and finally it's cleared. Hodak will keep it alive. Short for Lindsay. Cutting in on Zerboni. Left-footed ball over the top. Headed down smartly by Johnson. Now Angela Salem. Looking for Adriana, broken up by Hodak. Now Wells. Hodak again. Over the top, looking for McCarty. Blocked by Estelle Johnson. And cleared partially towards midfield. Step and win from Roberts. DiMartino turns by one, plays it up the line. Header won by Hodak.
There's a little bit of feistiness that's been added to this game in the second half. Spirit have come out blazing, and this is great to see. Let's hope that they can keep this up for the rest of the time.
Zerboni. Well, a goal changes this game completely. You make it
Absolutely.
2-1, the other team's on their heels.
They always say 2-0 is the worst lead to have in soccer because one goal for the opposing team gets them right back into it.
Salen's ball over the top, looking for Zerboni. Won instead by Presley and touched back. Harris in her own 6. Huster. Now Hodak. Trying to turn in on DiMartino. Left-footed ball over the top. Looking for the run of Oakes. But Franchoffer line will call off Brittany Taylor. Take a touch and pick it up.
Not a bad idea, but that type of service is always going to skip right into the goalkeeper.
Miscue there, gives a throw away to the Spirit. Here's Lindsay. McCarty trying to touch it back, get some help from the defender to get it to Wells. Sprayed right for Dominica Hodak. Hodak on her right foot, plays the early ball in towards the top of the 18, cleared by Zerboni. Bounces by both Perez and Roberts, and it'll fall for Huster. On the floor for Lindsay. Nice tackle from Zerboni. McCall Zerboni slowing it down, looking for options as she crosses midfield. Ball played left. Adriana is open, and the flag is up. And she'll kick it out in frustration. And not liking that one bit is Boris Sinek. And Adriana will be the second Flash player to go in the book.
It's not like that was a close call. It was very obvious that she was offside. The two center backs were holding that line, and she ran right beyond them.
So the 26-year-old from Aragon, Spain, a little bit of a Spanish temper there, picks up the yellow. Huster over the top, headed by Johnson, popped up now by Lindsay, touched on by Spencer, looking for McCarty. It's cleared again by Estelle Johnson. Now Salem, left for DiMartino, who knocks it up the side. 2-0 Flash. Perez and DiMartino, your goal scorers in white. Spirit still looking for their first goal.
I think if Caroline Miller were healthy for this game, she would have added a little bit of a spark in this second half as well. But Jasmine Spencer has done a good job coming into this half and adding something a little bit up top for them.
Yeah, Miller out with a stress fracture in her right ankle. Saw her walking around with the boot on earlier. Not the right kind of boot. Not the kind of boot we want her to see.
No.
Chip over the top by Huster, into the path of McCarty, also running is Oaks. Oaks tries the first time shot, but Taylor hustles back, knocks it out. And we'll try the corner once again from the right side for the fourth time this half for Washington.
That was a very good recovery by Taylor there.
But you see with those three forwards, that ball could have been played to either one of them.
Right.
It gives you more options if you're going to play more direct. Out swinging ball from Lindsay on the way towards the 6. Headed out by Highbower. Second chance now for Huster in the Spirit. Left-footed ball in towards the pony spot, headed out by Adriana. Popped up now by Perez, who will shield. Actually, that's DiMartino, correction. Plays it up the left side. Good hustle back from Presley, who knocks it back and gives away a corner. Just wanted to play it on the floor for Harris, but got too much of it as she stumbled and gives away a corner.
That was a fantastic recovery by her. Just unfortunate she lost her footing and blasted it back over the end line.
So the Flash will take their time with the 2-goal lead in the 58th minute of this game. Spirit now, after exploding for 4 goals against Seattle on May the 16th, have been shut out in 2.5+ games. Didn't score at Portland, didn't score at Boston, and haven't scored so far in 57.5 minutes against Western New York. Corner towards the far side of the 6, intended for Reynolds, knocked out. Last touch by Reynolds for a goal kick. And as we were saying earlier, Danielle, this is the 6th consecutive game that Western New York scored 2 or more goals. So their attack is, even without Abby Wambach, even without Sam Kerr, even without Carly Lloyd, is working pretty well.
Right, they are dangerous, and they're able to put balls in the back of the net without Abby Wambach and those national team players. That's great to see. See a little bit of hunger out of them going forward.
Huster. Nice move to get around Perez. Now for Wells. Opening up left is Kiga Toulouse. She'll get it on the flank, marked by Highbower. Highbower gets a touch in. Towards the end line it comes, and Highbower slides to keep it alive for a throw. A nice play by her. Toulouse will take it quickly for Oaks. Oaks turns, trying to keep it alive. Cross comes in deflected, and a corner for the Spirit. Their, I believe, 5th of the half already in 13.5 minutes.
See if they can do something special here. Put a ball in the back of the net.
Be on the opposite side this time from the previous 4. So it'll be an in-swinging ball from the right foot of Lori Lindsay. Lindsay's serve in, miss hit towards the top of the 18, intended I think for McCarty, but it's cleared away pretty easily. Chipped in now by Hodak. Header by Johnson. Now Spencer for Washington goes right for Huster. Huster's first time cross, a good one towards the 6, bounces off the leg of, I believe it was Presley, and she wants that one back in the worst way.
She was not expecting that ball being served into her right there.
It was Tony Presley. Shoots like a defender, unfortunately for the Spirit.
Right. I think she thought Tiffany McCarty was going to get something on it, but she should know that Tiffany McCarty doesn't really have that height. She should expect that ball to be coming in there.
Back come the Flash. Hard cross on Perez, deflected. And off the line is Ashlyn Harris. 60th minute, 2-0 Western New York. Michael Minnick, Daniel Malagari here with you on a fine night at the Maryland Soccerplex. Nice nutmeg pass from Spencer to work in Lindsay. Now the Spirit has some momentum. But Zerboni breaks it up beautifully with a tackle in midfield.
I think if the Spirit would have come out with this type of spark in the first half, they wouldn't have found themselves down to nothing at halftime. I think they're showing a completely different game right now, and I think it looks great.
Giveaway there is Spirit will get possession. Jody Ann Robinson getting instructions from the Flash coaching staff on the bench right now. Looks like she might be the first change for Aaron Lyons. Spirit have already used one sub as we saw Jasmine Spencer come on an offensive move for Candace Chapman at the half. Zerboni on the ball. I think Zerboni's had another good match. I thought she played well in the first meet between these two teams. Up the line from Salin. Cleared by Kika Toulouse. And again, just a step away is Tiffany McCarty as it's chested down and cleared by Taylor forward. Nice pass from Perez to work in Adriana. Adriana from deep, going to work against Presley on the edge of the box, trying to turn Tony Presley. Touch back now. First time cross from Salin in towards Highbower, skips by her and chested down by Wells, who will look the other way. Up the line, it comes for Lindsay. Now to the feet of McCarty. Laid off again for Lindsay. Had to hustle for that one, and Salem breaks up the play, and a foul against Angela Salem. Free kick for the Spirit in the center of the park. Taken quickly for Lindsay. Now to the feet of Wells, opening up right is Hodak. Wells will think about it, cut back, and go short for Lindsay. Lindsay's ball on the floor, intended for the run behind of McCarty, cleared out for a throw-in. Huster will let it go. And we'll see the change for Western New York. It's the Canadian Jody Ann Robinson coming on. And stepping off is number 5. They don't have a number 5.
Yeah. Is that the right number he was holding up?
Flash substitution in the 63rd minute. Entering the game, number 23.
It'll be Highbower, so I guess 5 equals 11.
Number 11, Laura Highbower. Robinson for Highbower in the 63rd minute.
6th appearance of the year for Robinson, all off the bench, 24-year-old from Richmond, British Columbia. Wells. Cleared by Reynolds, but only as far as Lindsay. She'll set up the left-footed shot, chip in towards the 6, and Oaks came back instead of staying in play to make that run, and goes out harmlessly for a goal kick.
She kind of read the pace of that ball and knew it was going to skip across, so she didn't even try for it there.
French's goal kick. Up the middle. Over a couple of heads. Bounces past DiMartino as well. It'll be Hodak dropping it back for Harris in the 64th minute. 2-0 Western New York.
And ladies and gentlemen, tonight's paid attendance, 4,630.
4,630 announced attendance. Another impressive crowd here at the Blacks for the Spirit.
Summer has officially started. School is out. Let's hope we keep seeing these types of numbers at every game.
Good idea from Wells to chip it in. And Spencer gives her the thumbs up, but one hops to Franch. Punt, looking for Adriana. Falls for Presley, who plays on the floor for Wells. Harried by Zerboni, she'll drop it for Hodak. And again, all the way back to Harris. And Harris kind of gives her a signal like, why do I have the ball?
She didn't have very many options, so why not just start from the back?
Huster over the top. Falls for Oaks. Dangerous chance that she lays it off, but too slow for McCarty, and it's broken up. Step from Lindsay. Now for Oaks. Wells, wide right. Fakes the cross. Now we'll play it in. Good one towards the 6. And going down in a heap is Spencer. Referee having none of it. Spencer clearly was bumped on the way in. Cleared by Zerboni.
To me, it looked like Spencer came in a little bit late and threw her body. I think that was contact. I think it was both ways. I don't necessarily think that was deserving of a penalty kick. But she's got it before. Maybe she can sell it again.
I agree that it definitely wasn't a foul, but she did fall. Sometimes, like you said, you will see that called even if there isn't foul on the play. Forward goes down, referee blows the whistle. But I think the right move there. Throw in for the Spirit. Spencer, double team, gets it back. Tries the early shot, and it's blocked by Estelle Johnson out for a throw in for the Spirit deep in the 66th minute. Lupita Werbis, the Mexican, is stretching on the sideline. She might be the second change for Mike Jordan. Be her Spirit debut. Adriana. Salem. Now Perez. Step and win from Toulouse. With a head of steam, Kika Toulouse will attack the center of the fence. Heavy touch there taken away by Zerboni after a bump. And she'll work in Robinson. A lot of space for Robinson hustling up that right side as Toulouse had to come forward. Robinson now at the top of the 18. Tries to put a move on Presley. Robinson cuts back. Double team now as Roberts comes in to help. Drop back to Salen. Alex Salen for Zerboni. Wide again for Robinson. Robinson against Toulouse. Cross comes in towards the top of the 18. Gets through. Handled now by DiMartino. Back for Salem, and she gives possession away. Wells for Spencer. Behind Lindsay, she'll hustle back and retain possession. McCarty. Just it down to Salem. And now Zerboni has her pocket pick. Ball played through perfectly by McCarty. Oaks is in. Keep her off her line. And she gets a piece of Oaks and the ball. Play on given. Nice job there by French.
She got the ball. I mean, obviously got a little bit of the body on that tackle, but she got the ball. It was a 50-50 ball with that big touch.
McCarty did well there. Played it right where she should have, but French was aggressive and made a good play.
Yep, it was just a little bit too long of a touch there for Oaks, but it was a 50-50 ball, and she did a good job at coming out and winning that.
So French keeping that shutout streak going is, as we said earlier, the Flash pitched a clean sheet against Sky Blue FC last week, 3-0. Zerboni. Salen. Wide right. Salen will have it on the side and chip it in towards the middle. Good ball towards Adriana, but Harris makes the catch. We'll roll it out. Lindsay. For Oaks. Nice step and win from Estelle Johnson. Now the space is opening up. Square for Perez. She'll let it roll for Robinson. Play it through looking for Adriana, but Presley there to watch it roll back to Harris. Seems like that middle third of the field is being dominated by Western New York right now. Legs, I think, getting a little heavy for Washington right now.
Well, I think it's because the midfield is just gunning back and forth. This game is really high paced right now. It's going end to end. But when the Spirit are going forward, they're throwing every number forward, so there is a lot of domination by Western New York Flash right now.
Reynolds will handle this in her own end, clear it forward. Huster will keep it alive on the sideline, perhaps unwisely as it goes up for a throw-in. 69th minute. Both teams have made one substitution, so 2 more left in the quiver for Aaron Lyons and for Mike Jordan. And it looks like that's about to change as Lupita Werbis has the warm-up off. Substitution card in hand. She'll make her Spirit debut momentarily. Huster with the foul there. Adriana going down. Free kick for the Flash on the left side.
The fans are all over the officials tonight, but I actually think they've done a pretty good job.
I think they haven't called the same kind of game we're used to seeing,
right?
But they're letting more go. But I'm okay with that as long as they're consistent, and they have been.
Absolutely. A lot of the things that they're letting play have been 50-50 balls, body to body, both ways.
Zerboni and Perez will work this short. Not quite sure what the intent was, but ends up being a goal kick for Washington. I understand taking that short and then knocking it in, but I don't think they were just going to kind of play a short 1-2 up the side, and it fell apart pretty quickly. Ingrid Wells will make way for the Mexican War Beasts.
Entering the game, number 7, Lupita Warbus, replaces number 22, Stephanie Oaks.
Warbus joined the team May 29th after finishing her architecture degree in Mexico. So hoping to build, pun intended, a comeback for the Washington Spirit here down 2 goals.
That's fantastic. An architecture degree. She doesn't make it here, she'll make it somewhere. But let's hope she makes it here.
Huster forward, headed on by Oaks.
Repeating the substitution,
French.
number 7, Lupita Warbus, replaces number 9, Ingrid Wells. Warbus for Wells in the 70th.
Adriana for Perez. Now DiMartino. Good steal from Hodak and McCarty. Now possessed by Lindsay. Left-footed ball forward looking for Spencer, but stepping to volley it forward is Taylor. Huster heads it back. Presley. Time and space as Western New York will concede that back third of the field and defend in numbers with the 2-goal lead. Huster. Points out a run. Chips it left behind the run of Oaks, but she'll recover. Drops it for Toulouse. Kika's left footed ball in, a good one towards the middle. Headed down by Johnson just over the shoulder of Tiffany McCarty. Now Presley for Huster. Now Hodak behind Spencer. Easy steal for Kat Reynolds and Western New York. Angela Salem back for Johnson, who cleared right-footed forward. Knocked back in, chested down by McCarty. Step and win from Zerboni. Touch forward now from Salem. Robinson with time and space will switch it left into the path of Adriana. Huster heading it back smartly for Harris. 72nd minute, 2-0 Western New York. Presley. Warbus. Back again for Presley. Huster. Hodak. Lindsay. Knocked out for a throw-in.
I think the Spirit have found a great rhythm this second half, and it's all because of the work rate. The work rate has picked up significantly, and they've created some opportunities this half. They've done a really good job.
Johnson won the ball away from Oaks. Now it's DiMartino on the left side. Throwing for the Flash, which Kat Reynolds is in no hurry to take with a 2-goal lead. Up the line it comes. Header won by Hodak. Flicked on now by Warbus. Stolen away now by Perez. Switch to the right for Salin. Lots of time and space for Alex Salin, who assisted on the second goal with a nice right-footed cross. Zerboni. Switch now from Taylor. It's a good one towards Perez. She brings it down in the box, but coming back to save the day is Huster, who clears towards the side. DiMartino chests it down for Western New York and draws the foul on Oaks. Flash readying their second change. It'll be Amy Barzik with the warm-up off, and as well, it's like Colleen Williams will be the final change for Mike Jordan in the Spirit. Good to see Williams healthy after suffering an injury in preseason. The former Dayton Flyer, all-time winning scorer in the history of that program.
This is Colleen's second game, second appearance this season. I think this is a great crowd to come out to play your second match. Let's hope she can do some things offensively for this team.
Lindsay off the roll from Harris. Forward for McCarty. McCarty looking backwards. To the feet of Oaks. Kept alive on the sideline. Dropped again for Roberts, and she gives possession away. Good job there by Perez and Salem coming back defensively. Zerboni waiting the ball for Robinson, but stepping in to win is Kika Toulouse for Washington. Switch right for Oaks. Nice turn there from Stephanie Oaks. Reynolds staying with her step for step. Gets a challenge in and knocks it out for a throw. We'll see both changes. First, it's Washington Williams for Roberts. So again, more of an attacking mid for a defensive holding mid.
Third substitution, entering the game, number 2, Colleen Williams.
Right now, this is a good move. They don't need anybody back defensively because it doesn't matter if they give up another goal. They need to put a ball in the back of the net, get back into this game.
And the flip side, Western New York doesn't need another goal. So off comes Veronica Perez, and
Right.
on comes Amy Barzik.
Yes.
Replaces number 17, Veronica Perez.
Good match for Perez, who, as we mentioned earlier, has been a spirit killer. Took the free kick and set up their eventual goal in the first meeting between these two teams, and then picked up a goal of her own. That's the winner right now so far. Crossed towards the middle by McCarty, picked up by Franch. Perez scored the opener. Then it was DiMartino doubling the lead. No goals so far this half for either side. Huster rising high to knock that throw. So the Spirit have used all three changes. Western New York has one more left. Throw in towards Adriana, brought down. Nice switch into the center of the park. Barzik's first touch is a good one. She'll dump it right for Salen. Time and space for Salen to set up the cross. Plays it short for Robinson, who tries to turn and does so nicely. Robinson, 25 yards from goal, now working left. Open on that side of DiMartino. She'll get the ball. DiMartino's left foot across towards the far post over Adriana. Headed out by Toulouse towards the sideline. Spencer will pick it up under pressure, and it's stolen away. But the ball went out first. Throw in for the Spirit in the 77th minute.
Has one substitution remaining.
Lindsay. Hodak. It's looking more and more like a three-back now, Danielle, with Hodak stepping into midfield.
Yeah, she slipped up, and that's her natural position. I think she can do some good things in the middle of the field for them. She can help keep possession for the team in the center of the midfield. I think it's a great move going to a three-back because, like I said, they don't need to score. Throw numbers forward, put a ball in the back of the net, make this a game.
Zerboni for Robinson. We'll get it back. Adriana. Chip forward. Look like it might hit a hand, but we'll go through. Robinson with an aggressive touch forward, but back to get it is Toulouse. Williams with her first touch of the match since coming on. On the floor for Oaks. Oaks with some space to attack up the right side. Plays it up the flank now and too far for Lori Wenzy.
Just a little bit too much pace, right idea. It seems as if the final ball all night has kind of been off for the Spirit. The ideas are there, but the final ball is just not.
Well, and we knew they'd missed the quality of Matheson in midfield, but a game like this is apparent because she was hitting that pass. She was in a nice sync with her forwards.
Right.
Williams. Cleared by Western New York once again. Toulouse, back for Huster. Hodak. Warbus. Now Spencer on the left side. Marked by Salen. She'll go to work. Ball on the floor. Touched back by Williams. Good ball in the path of Lindsay. Lindsay will take the shot from deep. And not able to repeat heroics from Boston from about that spot where she tucked it nicely in the top corner. This one goes high.
She kind of thought about it there. You saw her kind of take a stutter step thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that first touch. But she did, and she tried to hit it. Maybe she could have hit it first time because it had a decent amount of a spin on it. And I think if she would have struck it correctly, it would have went right on frame.
Adriana on the left side. Switch towards the middle. Headed out easily by Toulouse. Warbus. Left for Spencer, who has space to settle and turn. Williams. Touching it through. Into the path of McCarty. McCarty on the left edge of the box. Going to work against Taylor. Cuts back on her right foot. Cross towards the middle towards Spencer. Headed out. Touched by Williams. Out again. Wide left again. And the flag is up. Unlucky for Tiffany McCarty on that side. Solid attack, but again, the final pass not there.
Right. Well, I think she should have instead of cutting it back to her right foot, which allowed the back line of Western New York to continue dropping, I think she should have tried to just cross it with her left foot, put it in behind the back line, and see if maybe one of the Spirit players could have run onto it. Because by the time she cut it back, Western New York was back, and then her own team had to kind of backtrack to get that ball.
Time running out for the Spirit, who trail 2-0 in the 80th minute. Header won by Robinson. Down for Adriana. Left for DiMartino. Making the hard run through is Robinson. She'll get it, but the pass is too far. Presley was right with her, though, so it would have been a tough task to beat her anyway. Here's Warbus, the Mexican in the midfield for Hodak. Toulouse. Through looking for McCarty's run. She'll go to work against Salem. Crosses deflected out for a corner. Again, it'll be Lindsay to take. Flash defending with everybody. Spirit have all but 3 players within 20 yards of goal. And now Toulouse will step up too, so just Hodak and Harris back. Ball is, though, caught easily in the 6 by Franch.
Looked like Lori Lindsay slipped a little bit on that service. Wasn't hit as well as she would have liked.
Franch will put it on the floor and waste a couple more precious seconds. Headed on by Adriana. If you're with us, the last time these two teams played, it was 0-0 at this point. We ended 1-1 with a pretty exciting final 10 minutes. Sam Kerr gave Western New York the lead, and then Jasmine Spencer drew a PK for Diana Matheson to finish. But a little less drama so far in this one. Spirit down 2 goals, but pushing forward. Johnson getting a foot in to knock it out under pressure from Oaks. Throw in for the Spirit. For Williams, nice touchback for Oaks. Oaks will cut inside on her left foot. Good ball in. Headed out. Intended for Lindsay, but Barzik with a nice play to knock it out.
Like you said, a little less dramatic than the first time these two teams met, but they're pushing everybody forward and they're making stuff happen. Let's hope they put the ball in the back of the net here. The energy is great.
Ball in from Lindsay. Punched out by Franch, kept alive. Oaks gets a look at it, so does Werbeest. Shot from Toulouse! And it's in the side netting, I believe. Or is it? It's a goal. No, I still don't. No, it was in the side netting. Right the first time.
Right, yeah. I would have hoped the team would have reacted a little bit better than that if it was a goal.
Crowd just realizing,
Yeah.
as we have, that
Yeah.
it was in the side netting. One of those optical illusions
Yeah.
for us up here. See the net move, but good hit from Toulouse, though. Didn't
Yeah.
miss by much.
Yeah, it was a great strike, left-footed strike.
Final change of the match will be the amateur call-up Ashley Grove stepping on for Western New York. From Rochester, but as we mentioned earlier, played her college ball at University of Maryland. Was a 5th round pick of the Flash in the supplemental draft this year, so a player they had in camp and brought back. Adriana with a solid match will rest for the rest of the evening. 84th minute. Free kick by Presley forward, hit left-footed towards the top of the 18. Down in the box, falls for Williams. Hard shot from Oaks is blocked. Still loose. Lindsay was offside. I was going to say she just about had to be.
Yeah.
Good delivery from Presley from the back on that free kick. Franch's goal kick. Won by Hodak. Down for Williams. Chip over the top. Popped up by Estelle Johnson. Picks up the second ball as well. Volleys it with her right foot. Hodak. Down for Warbus. Nice ball for Lindsay, but again, she's offside coming back. Time running out for the Spirit as we're in the 85th minute. 2-0 Western New York. Veronica Perez and Vicky DiMartino, your goal scorers in white. Spirit have played a much better second half, though, Danielle, putting a lot more pressure on the goal.
Yes, they have. Like I said earlier, I think if they would have come out with this type of passion at the beginning of the game, they wouldn't have found themselves down 2-0 in the first half. That's something that they need to play with for a whole entire game rather than just a second half when you're already down 2-0.
Thank you.
Lindsay for Williams. Behind the run of Oaks. Picked up by Johnson. Knocked forward. Brought down by Zerboni. Left for DiMartino. Keeps it alive on the sideline. Tumbles a bit and draws the foul on Dominica Hodak, who hops up and down in protest. DiMartino will take her time getting up.
That was a good shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, but she did give her a little bit of a push as the ball was going out of bounds. So I understand why he called that foul there.
Two-player wall for the Spirit. Just 3 players in the box for Western New York, as they're just going to play prevent defense pretty much and keep everybody back. Now Taylor will join the fray late. Nice serve from Zerboni. Headed down by Presley towards the far side. Toulouse will hustle and try and keep it in. Does so. Plays up the line for McCarty. Turning on Barzik and fouled by Barzik. And again, that's tactics. Get your defense back and set.
Right, yeah. You've seen a lot of those fouls from Western New York tonight. I think that was the second one we've seen from them. It's called a professional foul, but, I mean, honestly, they already had a lot of numbers in behind. I don't really think that type of foul was necessary.
Whacked clear again. Toulouse for Warbus. Played forward up the side, looking for Oaks. Cleared hard by Taylor, and out for a throw. Small sample size, but I think Warbus has settled in pretty nicely.
Yes, she has done a great job. I think Colleen Williams coming in has done a fantastic job. Some of the balls she's played, some of the one-touch balls she's laid off to the midfield has been really, really good. She's added something to the second half.
Toulouse's ball forward, volleyed clear again. Toulouse will try it again in the 87th minute. 2-0 Western New York. Throw up the line for McCarty. Knocked out again for a throw. Williams would love to get that ball on the far side of the box. She's standing there with a little bit of space. McCarty trying to turn, does so well. Keeps it alive, crosses the back end, and out for a corner. Nice job.
What is this, the 7th, the 8th one of the half? They've done a good job to earn these.
And
do something with
but
them.
how many shots have they gotten off of those? Maybe one?
Yeah, not many.
Lindsay will trigger again. Driven ball in towards the near post. French gets a piece of it. It's cleared by Robinson. Here's Hodak. On the floor again for Lindsay. Sets up the right foot. Crosses it in towards the far post. French with a great catch in traffic. Going up like a wide receiver over a safety to grab that one.
French has proved herself time and time again in this league. She's really, really fun to watch back there.
Rookie out of Oklahoma State. Had the pleasure of seeing her in college this year. Made a couple of great saves, but my alma mater, West Virginia, was able to win in the end, so everybody went home happy. Throw in for Alex Salin on the far side in the 89th minute. Don't figure we'll get a ton of stoppage time. No goals, 1 booking, not a lot of injuries. So maybe 4 minutes left for the Spirit to try and get 2 goals back, which is a very tough task. Western New York looking to move into 3rd place on 17 points if they can keep the result here. Spirit still stuck in 7th. Presley will take the free kick, and this is just hit it forward and hope for the best time. Knocked up the middle. Brought down easily by Salin. Volleyed forward for Robinson, who turns inside and just plays it up towards the corner. Grove will pressure Toulouse, force her back to Harris. Hodak. Huster. Up the line for Colleen Williams. Lindsay. Sliding challenge from Barczyk, knocks it back. Franch hustling hard towards the corner. Great sprint from her to knock it out for a throw-in. But now she has to hustle back into her box. Throw-in taken quickly. Williams plays it off the body of Kat Reynolds. Another throw-in deeper for the Spirit. 30 seconds left in regular time before we move into stoppage time. It's like 3 minutes is the preliminary indication. Lindsay unable to get a foot on that one, out for a goal kick. Franch's boot towards the midfield. 3 minutes of stoppage time is the signal as we move into that time.
3 minutes added. The official time is kept on the field.
Huster back for Harris.
These fans make it hard to watch the game. They're so entertaining, all these people here for this game. We got a lot of characters out there. It's great to see.
Williams trying to turn inside, tackle from DiMartino. Knocks it back for Hodak. Toulouse. Too soft as Grove will pick that off for the Flash and drop it back. Taylor will just whack it clear.
Western New York hasn't tried to play very much this half. They've defended pretty much most of the 45 minutes in this half. They've just been clearing the ball like crazy.
It's a strategy that's worked. The Spirit really have not created a lot of chances from the run of play. We have those corner kicks upon corner kicks, but not much to show from that. Quick feet from Spencer. She goes down, and the foul was whistled. Free kick for Washington deep into the 3 minutes of stoppage time.
She always seems to draw those types of fouls in the final third. She does good things up there.
Lindsay will take the free kick. Everybody except for Ashlyn Harris is within 30 yards of goal. Hand up from Lindsay. Whistle blows. Free kick taken in low, headed down by Zerboni. Kept alive by Williams. Headed out again by Western New York. Williams will hustle back for it. Takes a bump. And plays a good ball to Warbis. Warbis wide right, though, behind Huster and out of bounds for a throw-in. Throwing up the line towards Robinson. Header won by Huster for Washington. Falls for Hodak. Drop for Presley. Left-footed ball forward towards the 18. Headed out. Johnson getting the noggin on that one. Williams will watch it go out for a throw-in. Can't be much more left in this one as the ball's headed towards the top of the 18. Lindsay turning smartly. Cleared by Western New York towards Robinson. Good turn from Robinson as she'll run forward. Robinson has a step on Presley, who is hustling back hard. Presley brings her down, but cleanly as Harris is off her line.
I think Presley made a little bit of contact there, but I think Robinson kind of fell on her own, slipped.
Hodak. Lindsay. Williams. Warbis. Through for Spencer. First touch is a little heavy and it's cleared away again. Lindsay for Huster. Chipped forward again. Over the head of McCarty. And a handball there. But before that free kick can be taken, the final whistle blows. So, 2 first-half goals from Veronica Perez and Vicky DiMartino stand up as the Western New York Flash move their their unbeaten streak to 6 matches now, 5 of them wins, move into 3rd place and a better second half from Washington, Danielle, but not enough on this evening.
Right, yeah, I was saying it all game. We need to see that type of passion, that type of work rate the whole entire game. It can't be when you're down 2-0. I think this is a really good team. The team that they put out there in the second half threw numbers forward. They created chances. Maybe the final pass isn't there. That's something you can continue to work on. But I thought they did a really good job. I think once Krieger and Diana Matheson are put back into the mix, I think the next couple games will be a really, really good one for them.
The 3 substitutes, I thought we talked about it, added something. We saw Spencer come onto the half. She drew a couple fouls. She was able to make some plays with her speed. Warbus comes on her debut for the Spirit, makes some good passes and kind of coordinates the midfield.
Right.
And then I thought Colleen Williams did a really nice job on that right side.
Yeah, I haven't even seen Colleen Williams play yet this year, and I thought she did a fantastic job. I think she earned herself a few more minutes per game with the effort that she gave in the last 15 minutes. I guess maybe last 10 minutes that she was in there. She did a really, really good job. I think Warbus, once she gets comfortable, I thought she was maybe a little bit quiet, but once she gets a little bit more comfortable with this squad, I think she'll really show her true colors.
And from Western New York, 2 well-taken goals. I thought McCall Zerboni had a tremendous match in the center of midfield for them.
Yeah, she's been a consistent player through the WPS, through this league. She's made a fantastic name for herself. She's been consistent in the midfield for Western New York. She did a fantastic job tonight.
Final thoughts on this one?
Can't give up early goals.
Yes.
And take care of the ball when you're looking to clear it. The second goal that Western New York played was a botched clearance. They put a great ball in, scored off of a header. Just got to take care of the ball on the defensive end.
So once again, your final score, 2-0 in favor of Western New York. Veronica Perez and Vicky DiMartino, your goal scorers. Western New York moves to 5-2-2 on 17 points on the season. They'll be at Chicago Red Stars on June 19th. Washington falls to 1-5-3 on the season, still looking for that first win here at the Soccerplex. And they will travel to FC Kansas City. First time those two teams will meet this year on June the 23rd. Then it's over to Western New York on June 28th. Back here at the Soccerplex on 4th of July Eve, July 3rd, to play FC Kansas City. So, Danielle and I will be back with you then. Final score once again, 2-0 in favor of Western New York. For Danielle Malagari, I'm Michael Minnick saying good night from the Maryland Soccerplex.